What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So AMC today did not have the best move, and that's from what I understand from the last like 15 minutes. I've been actually recording other videos for a while, and I haven't looked into the stock market. So anything could change, anything could happen. We could see it skyrocket out of nowhere. We could see it get back to break even. There's just a lot of stuff that goes into it. But right now, there's a ton of people that are not interested really in the stock market and are starting to get more and more interested in the crypto space. Even though crypto is pulling back, people still think that the crypto space is more interesting. So people are still holding their positions. It's just, I don't see a lot of excitement around the stock market. And I may be one of those people that's not as excited just because I look into it and it's like, another down day. Things are not going great. Everything seems to be pulling back. You have a select few, positions that are making moves, and it just looks sour. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into AMC today. We're going to break down what happened today. Also, we're going to go into the Ortex data, the chart exchange data, all of that stuff. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure you check out some of the links down below. If you guys want to join the Patreon, or if you want to check out my merch, feel free to check those links out as well. Also, if you guys are interested in Shiba Inu, I have a Shiba Inu burn video down in the description. If you guys want to watch it and or just play it in the background and burn off some Shiba, because every month we're going to burn off Shiba with that video specifically. So definitely check it out. But let's go ahead and dive into this. We're going to start out with just some news. I just wanted to go through and I searched AMC news to see what was in the news today. And it's mainly around the debt, turning the debt around and being able to refinance the debt. That seems to be the biggest thing that's in the news. And it's crazy to say that not only is it crazy to see that, yes, it is a big story, but something like AMC that wouldn't be looked at this closely is now being covered by every single like news source because of the fact that it's such a popular name right now, right? They're trying to generate clicks, and it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. So yeah, I think this whole debt situation, yeah, it's horrible that AMC has debt, and in due time things will get paid off, it will get resolved, and to be able to refinance it is definitely key. So that should be something that we really focus on. So I just wanted to throw that out there and just basically express my shock that they just continue to talk about AMC. And like I've always said, I mean, things like this whole entire thing is not dead if you're going to see AMC in every single news source. If you're seeing AMC in the news, you're seeing GME that's still in the news. You're not seeing anything that's dead, quote unquote dead. So if anybody says that, I don't think that's true, and that's totally my opinion. You can follow what anybody else says. You don't have to follow what I say. You don't have to follow what anybody else says, because we're not financial advisors. If they are a financial advisor, then I'm sorry for misspeaking, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm merely just a person on YouTube that, understands the stock market to an extent, also understands investing to an extent. So I just trying to educate people. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at the Ortex data to see where the Ortex data is. We're currently at about 17% short interest of free float, which is around 86 million shorted shares. We did see it previously, not recently, but previously around like 15% way back when. We see the borrowed shares are very close to the return shares. We're seeing a negative short interest change based on the return shares versus borrowed shares. We're also seeing that the shares on loan is 101 million, utilizations at 76.49. So obviously people keep saying, hey, why is this going down? And we're not actually seeing the price make a move. The price is like falling down, even though we're seeing more shares being returned. It's because they're still shorting, right? You can go into the chart exchange data and anywhere you can get actual shorts that happen throughout the day, and you can understand that they are still shorting a massive amount of the stock while you have people that are selling the position as well. So you're looking at about 60 to 70% negative impact to the stock every single day versus the 30% that's buying activity, right? And it may end up increasing the buying activity while people decide that it's at a lower and lower price, but it is not making the moves that we think it should make based on how this data is actually, how it's coming out, how it's displayed. But Yeah, let's look at the chart exchange data, what I just talked about. So the chart exchange data today, or actually yesterday, or was it Friday? Is today Monday? Friday was basically 56%, 56.37%, 10 million, 10.8 million shorted shares. You can see that 56% over the last 30 days have been short. They consistently short it. So it's not showing us the data we want to see or the image that we want to see, because the data that's happening behind the scene is the actual shorting of the position. While they're borrowing the shares, the actual shorting of that position is super high, ridiculously high. Looking at 56.35% over the last 30 days, that's average. That's not saying, oh, one day they shorted 56%, every other day was around 20, which is still high. They're shorting 56%. It goes up every single day. It goes up. It's just ridiculous. And I don't really like it. I know you probably don't like it either. But that's the world we live in. They're shorting 56%, and they're trying to display this ridiculous image to us that borrowing these shares equals shorted shares, right? The return shares, yeah, they may be returning 2 million shares overall, everybody included. But then you're looking at the shorted shares that's going through, it's 10 million, right? If you're looking at a short interest change just based on the amount that's shorted versus the amount that's returned, you're looking at a lot higher rate there, a lot higher rate, right? If we wanted to do that factor, we can always do that factor, but who knows if that's real as well, and if we can consider that real, because we always want to go back to borrowed shares versus return shares, because when they borrow them and they short and then they return them, we want that to be the process, but that's not the case, right? They're not borrowing real shares. They're borrowing fake shares, and we're not, and then they're shorting all of this, which is not real, right? So anyways, I don't want to sit here and, just throw out a bunch of different speculation. It just pisses me off that we see all of this information and it spits out, from what I'm understanding and my belief, is the wrong information. It's just surely based off of the borrowed shares versus return shares. But let's look at how the stock actually performed today. Let's go into AMC here. Look at AMC. And before we close it, I still have my 900 shares. I didn't do anything with it. I am below my cost basis as of now, and actually, it's a little bit. I think a little bit above it. I don't even know what the price is. Not coming up. There's the quote. So it's a little bit above my cost basis, slightly above my cost basis, but you can see my cost basis is 26.45. Am I flinching? No, I'm not flinching, not at all. But what we can say here is that it just wasn't positive move. We saw positive movement in the beginning of the day, right? We saw it decrease down to 26.77, did bounce off of 26.77, finding a way to increase above the 200 EMA, above the VWAP, above the 15 moving average, did resist hard, came back even though it wasn't being overbought, did come back pretty hard. And then started to increase a little bit more, bouncing off the VWAP multiple times, creating an ascending W, increasing all the way up to a level of $28.13, but then getting hit by another wall, probably being shorted pretty hard there, decreasing down below the 200 EMA, below the VWAP, bringing that 15 moving average way below, creating lower lows and lower highs and all of those things, and then finding a way to come back a little bit before actually falling just a little bit more, right down to 26.42, which was below my cost basis, increasing here in the after hours market. And we understand what this is, right? A lot of people do understand what this is, but the way that they're painting this picture, it's displaying it as in, nothing's going to happen and we're losing and all this stuff. And people that, may be holding the position that believed in it for a long time are now saying, you know what, I don't believe in it anymore. And it sucks to see something like that. But that's the stock market that we live in, right? They want to manipulate as much as they possibly can. And I hate doing this. I hate claiming that, stock market is manipulation, but we talk about this in so many different books, right? You talk about this in long-term investing books, and day trading books, and swing trading books, and understanding that the market is not for you, right? It's not set up for you. It's set up for long-term gains, for businesses to, basically put their money in, set aside, and let it grow slowly. It's set up for the normal person to lose 90% of the time, because of the fact that, they hold, 80% of a stock. They hold 70% of a stock. Why should they be allowed to hold that much of a stock. But I guess um, the certain institutions can hold majority shares of the stock because I mean they hold majority share, the owners, right? So it makes sense for them to hold majority share of the stock and do whatever you want with the stock. If you're the CEO or the founder of the company, whatever, the president of the company, you should have a certain amount of shares that basically say that you own this company, right? So I understand that. But for an institution like a hedge fund, let's say a hedge fund goes out and owns 20 or 30% of a stock, they can influence the movement of that stock because they just decided to go out and spend their money on the stock market. If you hold the most, you have the most leverage, you have the most pull. And it sucks that that is the way that the market works. But, they run it and we just live in it, right? I want to see the hedge funds kind of burn. I understand what the institutions can do. Institutions, I mean, they're like I said, you have executives that hold millions of shares. It makes sense, right? But when it comes to hedge funds, they have no actual stake in the the stock, right? They're not a person that goes out and says, you know what, I was the founder of Apple or Google or whatever, and have 100 million shares that are available in my portfolio because I'm a part of this company. Holding shares nowadays does not just mean that you're a part of the company. It doesn't mean anything basically. Um, so what the hedge funds are doing is they're going out and buying millions of shares or billions of dollars worth of shares and controlling individual markets. And it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. It's madness and it's a problem. It really is a problem. And we can't get around it. I don't think we can find a way to fight it because they have more money. The more money you have, the more pull you have. That's just how the stock market, how any investing platform goes, right? If you sit here and have 200 million into an index fund, you're going to gain more than the next person that has, $1,000 into that same fund, right? It's just how it works. You're gaining 10%, they're gaining 10%. They're just gaining significantly more than what you're gaining, right? So, anyways, that's my video, guys. And sorry for the rant at the end. That was like a 3-minute rant. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of my other channels, my MP Shorts channel, which I will have a shorter version of this, just explaining what happened in the market. And that's it. If you guys want to check out the burn video, feel free to do that. It definitely got some good clicks yesterday, 22,000 views or so. And I think we can push this up to 100,000 views or a million views. I just want to be able to burn Shiba Inu and start this, right? I'm not spending anything. You're not spending anything. The only thing we have here is we have time, and you don't even have to spend that. Literally just have your device play it one time, and then a million people watch it. We can burn off so much Shiba Inu coin in this month. And I'm hoping the price comes down so that I can burn off more and more as we see these lower prices. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.